There is one thing that makes a manipulator's job significantly harder. Not intelligence, not confidence, not even the ability to identify their tactics before they land. It is something quieter than all of those. It is a person who already knows what they feel. Here is why that matters more than most people realize. Manipulation does not work by force. It works by confusion. A manipulator's most powerful tool is not pressure or aggression. It is the moment they get you to doubt your own perception. Did that actually happen the way I remember it? Was I overreacting? Maybe they were right, and I was the difficult one all along. The moment those questions take root inside you, the manipulator barely needs to do anything else. You begin doing the work for them. Think about what that actually looks like in real life. Someone says something that clearly crosses a line. You feel it immediately. But before you can even name what happened, they are already explaining why you misunderstood, why you are being unfair, why your reaction says more about you than it does about them. And if you do not have a firm enough relationship with what you felt in that first moment, you will start to wobble. But there is a specific kind of person who is extraordinarily difficult to manipulate. Not because they are aggressive or confrontational, not because they always have the right words ready, but because they carry something most people quietly hand away without realizing it. A stable and honest relationship with their own inner experience. When something feels wrong to this person, they do not immediately reach for a way to explain it away. When someone tries to rewrite what happened, they notice the gap between the version being told and the one they actually lived through. When pressure is applied to make them feel unreasonable, they feel the pressure, but they do not accept the verdict. This is called emotional grounding, and it is not a personality you are born with. It develops when a person has spent enough time honestly listening to themselves instead of performing for everyone around them. Most people have been taught quietly and consistently to distrust their own feelings. You are too sensitive. You are reading too much into it. You are making this bigger than it needs to be. And after enough repetition of those messages, many people learn to hand the authority over their inner life to whoever is speaking the loudest, which is exactly the environment a manipulator depends on. But the person who has learned to trust what they feel, even when they cannot immediately explain it, even when no one validates it, is standing on ground that is not easily moved, not because they are rigid, but because they are rooted. A rigid person reacts defensively to everything that challenges them. A rooted person can hear a difficult perspective, sit with it honestly, and still return to what they know is true for them. That is not arrogance. It is the quiet refusal to outsource your own experience to someone who benefits from your confusion. If you have ever walked away from a conversation feeling like the ground shifted beneath you without knowing why, that is not weakness. That is what it feels like when someone has tried to move you off your own foundation. And the most powerful response is not a clever argument. It is simply knowing what you felt before they arrived. Pathless mind. A manipulator cannot rewrite a story inside someone who already knows exactly how the story goes.